Boy, oh boy. I'm a bit tired today. Not really tired. I slept enough. It's just haven't had my wake up yet. I'm about to though with this damn monster. Even though I shouldn't be drinking this no more. But today's rant, talking about monsters. Let's delve into those monsters and demons and everything. Last night's situation. I'm gonna post the videos. Of course, new roommate. He's been there for a couple days now. Probably I say like a week. Uh, and of course, he decides he's getting comfortable now. He wants to be passive aggressive. So now he's playing all of these Abraxas and Baphomet videos and this, that, the third. How the real God of the Bible, is evil, and then Abraxas is the one, that everybody gets their moral compass and everything from. Cool, fine and dandy, right? But now he's doing this simply because he's trying to throw subs. He's playing the videos, and then he tries to throw subs and all of this after he's like watching the videos. Right? Oh yeah, that's how it should be. This you gonna learn this. Like trying to talk to himself, like how everybody else does, like spending them, all of them do. This dude who's Mr. CIA, all of them do. To be honest, so from the moment he came, once the other Lewis left and he came, I was like, oh, he's quiet. He's trying to wait for his opportunity. I already knew the psychology behind it to get in. Then he jumps in my video the other day because he was trying to be disruptive when I started talking about God, and witchcraft and everything. Lo and behold, he's a supposed magician. He's a practicing witchcraft practitioner or magician, whichever. I don't know if they're the same in their world. To me, it's all the same dumb shit. Because I was saying in the video that he jumped into, I'm like, God is gonna separate the wheat from the tare. It's gonna be, it's not gonna be this white magic, black magic thing. He told you to do no magic. And so, of course, he tried to jump in the conversation when I was at the part about autism and trauma bonding and Stockholm syndrome. But I could tell he was butthurt, and so he tried to like, oh yeah, I gotta search up for my downloads. Oh, shit. That's how tired of these niggas I am. But so yeah, he's trying to be passive aggressive, play these videos and everything. And the interesting thing was, I already knew where he was going. As soon as he started playing all of these Abraxas videos, he's talking about his Abraxas energy, and and then I let him go. He's sitting there listening to his videos, and then starts ranting for like an hour. Like it's like the combination of listening to the videos and ranting for an hour. I don't think he was ranting for an hour straight. But it's like he'll watch the video, then start talking to himself and trying to throw subs about, yeah, that's that Abraxas energy, and that's the real stuff and all of that. Yeah, that's true. And I'm just like, okay, my problem comes in when I can hear you through the headphones, my dude. And he said some dumb shit when I told him. I'm like, all right, I didn't say nothing the whole time. He's sitting there doing his rant. I try to throw his side. Cool, but because usually before lights out, even if the lights are off in the room, I'll keep my headphones on and I'll try to tune them up. And I actually want quiet, but I don't say nothing because we all share in the same space. Not always gonna get quiet, but at lights out, it should be quiet, right? So lights out come now. He's still trying to do his whole 6 shots and all of this because I tried to ask him before lights out. You know, I'm like, okay, so you listening to these videos of this? I know he's doing his subs. Okay, so you saying that you watching this Abraxas video that he's the real God or whatever, the real deity. So is he the same thing as saying? And of course, he doesn't want to answer me because I'm interjecting in the middle of his rant, his self rant. He's not even doing like a video like I was, but I'm interjecting into his self rant or whatever about his Abraxas energy and all of this, and his witchcraft or whatever, his magic. And of course, he doesn't answer because I already know where he's going with it. But then I'm like, all right, whatever. He's sitting there talking to himself or whatever deities is in his head. Then lights out comes, and I'm like, okay, I know the patience I have is like now it should be quiet, and it's not. You're still going on about your Abraxas thing. I really don't care, but you know the rules. Just shut up because it's lights out time. You feel me? I'm not trying to hear you. speaking and playing your videos while Jeff is over there being passive aggressive, doing his snorting and grunting and all of this extra shit, trying to be passive aggressive. I'm not doing the combination of both because I already knew that they was in cahoots with each other. Once I started making my video in the room, which I did intentionally, because I could already feel the energy there, right? I started making the video in the room, and they were both like trying to be tuned into what I was saying, and he jumped in the video. I was like, oh, I already know these two are in cahoots. Freaking Jeff with his witchcraft Bible and all of this. I was like, this dude looks like he's like just a creep. Like he has that creep look, like he's like waiting for his moment to try to insert himself and pretend to be friends and all of this. Even trying to pound me up. And I was like, oh man. So then he's coming in, trying to get comfortable. All of that's after like a few days of being in the room. I'm like, my dude, I'm watching Jeff's passive aggression and passive aggression and dumb behavior increase. I'm like, I'm not gonna be sitting there. So let's nip that in the bud now, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm telling him, I'm like, yo, my dude, it's lights out. Could you say that for tomorrow morning? He's like, oh, I can't hear you because you got your headphones on. I can't hear you because I'm like, oh boy, this nigga's an idiot. I was like, do I gotta go downstairs and make them hear me? And of course, my natural response was to want to just deal with it in a more permanent matter. But of course, if I deal with it, even though I was recording, if I deal with it in a more permanent matter, police get involved, this, that, and the third, they're already looking for every opportunity. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, I'm really tired. I haven't woken up yet. But they're looking for every opportunity to try to lock me up for something dumb that I did, as opposed to the warrant that they're trying to lock me up for in the future, right? So I'm like, dag, I could deal with it because I already know the people. I told you the staff downstairs are all in cahoots with all of this satanic nonsense. So even though I'm telling them like, do I need to go downstairs, and I already know the technical procedure that they're gonna do. Oh, it's lights out, this, that, the third. And then if he wanted to continue to talk, then I would have dealt with it myself, and then the police and everything would have gotten involved, right? Because I know I was going to deal with it the wrong way. That was the whole energy since I knew he was sending the subs at me. I even say at part of the video, I'm like, this is MK Ultra comedy. You feel me? Because I already knew his whole script. Like it's again bad actors. They send in terrible actors, right? And so I'm sitting there saying, he's like, oh yeah, that's how you want to deal with it, this, that, the third. And I'm like, oh man. He seems like the type of coward to sit there and play the victim. But he's not gonna say and I say this because I asked him. I wanted to see if he was gonna be honest, which is why I asked him. I was like, so is this a Braxis thing? Is that the same thing as Satan? Right? Because they're not gonna sit there and most times admit that they worship Satan, you feel me? Not when they feel like it's something they could be outed for, right? He said it, and then of course after all of that, I didn't get up. It's in the video, like, right? He's sitting there, oh yeah, I was like, yeah, do I need to go down there and make them hear me? Right? And like I said, I really didn't care whether they knew or not because I didn't think they were going to do anything about it. And I was like, I was just I said it just trying to avoid me just like slapping him across the face. Like, okay, because that's the energy he was trying to come at me with, which is why I was like, you know what, let me just shut that down before, right? Because he's sitting there, yeah, you gonna learn this, that, the third. You under constant surveillance and all of this, trying to be subliminal again, talking to himself, right, with his magic and all. Oh, you guys are doing the magic for me, getting all comfortable, and I'm just like, all right, I'm not trying to hear this, not tonight. I've already heard it for the past few months. Now it's kind of died down a bit. Now it's just Jeff doing his little passive aggressive burn thing. I'm not trying to have this idiot trying to pretend to be my friend and then sitting there trying to do his passive sub thing. We're not doing it. My dude, just shut up. Just shut up. Right? I don't sit there. I make my rant videos. I come here by myself. It's not my fault y'all follow me. Right? But now you sitting there, you sending subs. Right? Pussy shit. If we need to say it that way, if we need to be blunt, right? You sitting here trying to send your subs now, and I'm just like, my dude, you over here trying to pound me up the day before. Now you trying to send subs, my dude. I don't, not. And it was more so the Jeff thing because he had already sprayed up his bug spray, trying to get sprayed off the off, trying to get these damn bed bugs off of him. That's why I'm damn tired. I ain't eating nothing yet. I just got damn drinking this monster on an empty stomach. Oh, I got all these damn snacks. My damn damn. But like the point is, the script is the same. There hasn't been one person who has come into this room that I was like, oh, he's not a gangster. Not one. Every person that I knew, I didn't know he was gonna come in there, but I knew I was like, oh, the next person is gonna be a gangster witchcraft practitioner. And see, I woke up and dude in my room, one of the other dudes, he's like, yeah, he down there with Jeff, sitting there, they're chopping up. I already knew they was gonna be buddy buddy because Jeff is into that witchcraft shit. He's got a whole witchcraft Bible. Like he was trying to, passive aggressively suggest to me. I already knew that, but I say this to say, just like I was talking about with the Truman Show, the way they try to put people around you, to trauma bond and condition you, and do like predictive programming. It's just pathetic. I feel the same way at work, all of these things. And it's sad. It's quite sad. Now, are they cool people at work? And here's the thing. What made me say something, it wasn't necessarily the subs, right? You can call me racist, but I was picking up tones of racism. He's all, yeah, you learn, boy. And then that's when I was like, oh, but then I started laughing and shit. I'm like, oh, here we go. Now I'm gonna have to violate this one. Cause I've been making these videos about racism and all. He's a white boy, Michael. I don't know what exact form of white person, whether you're Jewish, Italian. I don't know. Don't care. You white to me. But I'm like, I can feel the air of racism within him, and that's why I was telling him to shut up. I'm like, oh, he's one of these white people who's trying to be passive aggressive, but he's like got that secret racism in him, and Jeff is in cahoots with him. That was the whole vibe that I was getting. Because Jeff, he likes to say, oh, he was his grandson or whatever, her pit bull or whatever. No, he's a fucking Freemason dog. That's what he is. He's a conformist to the system. Like to sit there and talk about, oh yeah, I did time for murder. This that. It doesn't take much to pull the trigger on the gun. You dummy. Well, I was at a bar and we got into an altercation. I pulled the trigger. He is a coward. At the very least, thank you, man. Do it personally. Apply in person, but you don't got to do it from a distance. Like, cause that's what I was thinking about doing yesterday. Doing a demonstration at the very least. For educational purposes, and only with the intent for self-defense. They'll take my words out of context in court. Because you see, I was asking him to follow the rules, and he was being belligerent, which is why I was saying toward that end of that conversation before he shut up, right? Ignorance. Can't make it up. Ignorance. They're gonna send ignorant people around. Ignorance. This is why I don't be wanting to deal with people, right? Because they'll sit there, play all super nice, and then ignorance, right? And then here's the thing with the racism. It pisses me off. I work with white people, of course, and I don't want to feel like I'm being racist, right? But the energy that they're directing at me, I don't want that in me. So right? It's like they say your vibe attract your tribe. I'm not racist, so why are there a bunch of racist people around me? That is the vibe attracting your tribe is bullshit. You attract the opposites attract is bullshit as well. The opposites are just surrounding themselves so that they can try to make you like them. Like I said, it's like a Smith system, right? I'm not attracted to them; they're attracted to me, right? I'm trying to repel these motherfuckers, just like Jeff trying to repel the bed bugs with the off. I want these niggas off. The off don't work though. And so, like, right, my coworker Nick, he's cool. He got the mean shoe game. My guy's watch game is fire. You feel me? He seemed chill. He seemed laid back. He seems like I don't even care who he worshipped. That's not something that would come up in our conversation per se. Do I think he worshipped God? Probably not. But I wouldn't that's not something where I'm sitting there. I gotta go Bible thumping at him. I don't go Bible thumping at most people. I don't even feel like that would come up unless somebody tells him and then he decides he wants to participate in MK Ultra this that. He just seemed chill. He seems like somebody. If I was still smoking, I'd go smoke with Nick. This dude in the room, this white boy, nah, negative. I wouldn't smoke with you. None of that. No, you cannot hit the blunt. Mm-mm, mm-mm. And I'm like, yo, I don't like to feel like I'm racist. Like, you gotta understand, most of the people around me are gang stalkers. When the way I look at them from my perspective, right, and I believe it to be the correct perspective. It's the reality. It's not just a perspective. It's not, oh, this is how it looks. This is what it is, right? A lot of them are already conditioned because they've been institutionalized, right? So they've conformed to the MK Ultra and started participating. So I look at you as a racist in itself, because yes, this is how they make people racist against their own thing. This is like the Willy Lynch letter, right? And I'm gonna bring in the Bible as well, even though I don't like Bible thumping. The Bible is literally a divided book, right? Let's say that they have rules in all of these occult things that they have. The Bible, let's say the rule is you gotta let them know the truth and the whole truth, right? New Testament, Old Testament. And the way that the deception works is, all right, we let you know the whole truth, but we mixed it in with the lie and the intent, right? So you got the Old Testament. Okay, that was the whole truth. This is why people say the Bible has a lot of contradictions, in my opinion, right? From my perspective, we gave you the Old Testament. These were the rules, the Old World Order. Then the New Testament is like the middle portion before Revelations, where it's a mixy society. That's where all the contradictions come in, right? It's like, okay, this is the Old Testament, Old World Order, that's based on God. Then man came in, New World Order. They started putting all the lies, which makes the Bible seem contradictory. Oh, they take out certain books, they add certain things in, try to do double speech up in there. You see, the next part of the Bible is way more docile, just like the New World Order is meant to make society docile. And then Revelation tells you the end result, because that was the end result from the beginning, right? The beginning tells you, okay, I'm gonna speak in parables so you understand. They're gonna tamper with this book, but if you really understand it, the parables, the parts that they tamper with, you're gonna see through. And then the end is to let them know that the end anyway. They couldn't change the end, right? Oh, life is a game of chess, and that was another thing, right? These people like to say, life is a game of chess. The Freemasons use the checkerboard type pattern. You feel me? I be seeing homeless people who are apparently great at chess, but you homeless too. So how is life a game? That means you suck at life, not chess. So how is life a game of chess? You can't apply what you're doing on the chessboard to life. It's not designed that way. You see, because it's a game made for like war strategies, for psychological war strategies. You see? But in the same token, that's what they try to do with the Bible. Pit the Old Testament against the New Testament. God's people was at war with, with Satan's people. That's what it is. But the thing is, God already created the end result, which is the revelation. Like, damn. Even though they're gonna do all of this, right? Because in the New Testament, they've made you docile. You're doing all of this. God gave you like, yo, Old Testament. This is the summary of what they're gonna do, and it includes, turning the other cheek and all of these things. Hold on, let me see if I can find the exact passage. Right, but it includes it because he's already foreseeing what they're gonna do in the New Testament, how they're gonna make people docile. Like, okay, they're gonna try to make you docile. This, that, the third. They're gonna tell you to turn the other cheek. Right? He tells you when your enemies are gonna attack. This, that, the third. Then you see it mixed in with the New Testament. Like, oh snap! After they've done this, these are the consequences. Revelation is the end result. The finality, right? The climax and the finality. That's what the New Testament is. Because once the New World Order comes in, he's all right. We got to shut that down. I already intend to shut that down, right? And I go back to the racism because he's pretty much telling his people, God's chosen people, right? Which is what the dude yesterday was part of his Abraxas videos. Is like, oh yeah, the chosen people and all of this stuff through Abraxas, I guess. Which is why I asked him. I'm like, you're saying that Abraxas is, you're the deity in charge, I guess. And God, the video he was watching was brainwashing him in the sense that the God of the Bible is this evil figure and everything. And historically, Abraxas is the one, and I forget the original name, like Abrazi, like almost like Luca Brasi type of thing, is where we get all our morals and everything from. But I'm like, God is talking to his chosen people, the ones that were enslaved for 400 years, black people, right? Are there going to be Gentiles, people of other races, who can come to God? Yes, but he's the predominantly is black people, right? So why this is why he's directing it at us, right? And just like the same, it's going to be vice versa where there's going to be he's mainly talking to black people, but you can have Gentiles come and become like Christians, or I don't like the word Christian, but people who believe in Jesus Christ and follow in his teachings. It's going to be the inverse as well. There's going to be black people, the white people who are going to be worshiping, a majority of them going to be worshiping Satan or whatever Egyptian, you know, deities or paganism or whatever. And then the black people are going to go into that. That's part of why they ended up, because, in that situation in the Bible, because they started worshiping the other races' gods, right? And so I'm getting this air of racism, but I'm like, yo, there's so many of these people around me. Like there's this one librarian girl, right? I think she's cute as fuck. She's a white girl. Now, if I follow the Bible, I'm not really supposed to bed anybody outside of my own tribe. You feel me? Does that mean I have to show ill will toward them? No, but the thing is, they're gonna direct it at me, and then it skews my way of viewing the people around me, because it's like Muhammad Ali said: if I got 1,000 snakes wanting to bite me and only like 100, should I open the door and let the 100 come and bite me, or let the 1,000 come and bite me and pray that the 100 separate themselves? No, you keep the door closed. I don't like having that mentality towards people, but it seems to be necessary at this point, right? Seen plenty of them, they try to get cool, and then later, it's like a vibe to it and a feel to it when they come out of the woodwork saying niggas. Like first they come and then they try to get comfortable, and all of a sudden they saying nigga, just like I forget dude's name. It's not Chris. It's like John or Jason, or whatever his name is. Fat dude that's at the mission, not the mission, the shelter. Right? It doesn't even feel right when he says it. Like you can tell he's not. He's not that down. It's all in his demeanor. they do it with that background, just disgusting feeling in it. I can't think of the word, but there's like a lot of hate and envy within their words in the way that they say it, right? It's like when he made his Pontiac joke, right? He's like, oh, what does Pontiac stand for? Poor old nigga thinks it's a Cadillac type of thing. And I'm just like, nah, it wasn't even funny. It's like you literally just came up with a racist joke about a car just so that you could use the word like. And then I don't even think he said he's half black. He's like half white and Spanish. So you just coming out the side of your neck for no reason. But then he comes, hey, what's up, brother? Like, no. And then Jeff, Mr. Mason Pitbull, that's what I'm calling him. Oh, I'm getting tired of hearing him say nigga, but then you in their face is 25-8. It's black people don't really even like associating with you. Especially once they start seeing your character. Only reason the white people fuck with you is because you're a good lap dog, right? They see your Jade Pegasus, and they know you ain't worshiping God, so that's what they like to see from you. So they can put themselves around you. They're comfortable around you because they know you're gonna be obedient to that. You are the typical nigga. No. Are you the typical nigga? To them, you are a good, obedient nigga.